25-member board, they rock. This organization is on solid footing. For me, I'm glad about the growth of our organization, the impact we've had over the last 8 years, whether it's...
I wake up and I'm so glad to go to work.
And I'm glad that women are wearing high heels.
True. I have a lot to be glad about.
I think the work that I've done on Queer as Folk for the last 5 years. I mean, if a little schlubby straight guy from Peaksville, Kentucky can make any impact on the gay community and actually help in any ways, this was my only shot.
Well, here we are at the 16th Annual GLAAD Media Awards, and what a way to start off an award show, but to talk to the executive director of GLAAD. What a way to start off the GLAAD Media Awards, but to talk to you, who is finishing up your 8th year with GLAAD.
Indeed I am.
And I want to ask you, what does Joan have to be glad about after 8 years?
I'm glad all over, actually. I'm glad about the opportunity to have spent 8 years connecting something that I'm good at with something that I care about. And I often say this to people, that isn't just something that's lucky for me. I made that choice. I hope others do the same. There's so many points of entry into gay and lesbian civil rights, and I hope many people take that choice. For me, I'm glad about the growth of our organization, the impact we've had over the last 8 years, whether it's been encouraging the New York Times to include gay and lesbian couples on their wedding pages, whether it's the public conversation we began about homophobia and religion with Dr. Laura, whether it was taking on Mike Savage and his television show, whether it's the work that we're now doing in Spanish language TV. We are making dents, small and large, and reminding people that the visibility of our community is absolutely critical to changing hearts and minds.
After 8 years, an organization like that, GLAAD, has changed lots of things. Tell us just a little bit about the way you saw the world coming into GLAAD and the way that you leave. How has the world changed?
I arrived at GLAAD just after Ellen came out, and right around the time that Andrew Cunanan began his murder spree around America. That's the world I arrived to, kind of schizophrenic. It's actually no less schizophrenic today. We have Will and Grace and so many of the honorees tonight, but we also have a Secretary of Education who's prepared to use the force of the federal government to take a PBS show like Postcards from Buster and make sure that kids are not introduced to lesbian moms.
Which is a great show.
Yes. So what I feel is there's great progress and the climate is very chilly. And I don't think we can take our visibility for granted, which makes the work of GLAAD ever more important.
And how can you challenge people to honor your legacy by, what can they do to make sure that what you've done for 8 years can continue?
You know what? GLAAD is not just about me. There are 46 staff members who work here. They rock, every one of them. A 25-member board, they rock. This organization is on solid footing and absolutely in a position to jump to the next level with a new voice and a new face. And I expect to be a ticket holder next year. I'm a major donor. I will continue to support the organization and continue to find ways to use microphones to share my perspective on gay and lesbian civil rights with America.
And Patrick from Kevin Hill.
Yes.
Christina is Patrick's friend and Patrick, of course, plays the gay nanny.
That's right.
And Kevin Hill.
What's your name?
I'm Ted from
Hi,
Out of
Ted.
the Closet TV.
Hi, how are you? Good, thanks.
And Kevin Hill has been nominated for Best Dramatic Series.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Ted.
Now the question today is, what do you have to be glad about? That's one, your nomination.
That's absolutely true. I have a lot to be glad about. I think it's. I think the weather was really lovely today.
Great weather.
I think.
Standing next to this beautiful lady.
That she agreed to be my date this evening. Meeting all the people in the cast was really lovely to kind of to make all kinds of new friends and to be involved in a project like Kevin Hill and it's being recognized by the GLAAD the people because it presents on free television, not cable, a positive gay image, and so I personally feel really honored that GLAAD recognized the show, because there's a lot of other gay characters, I think, or maybe not a lot, on other hour dramas, but because the character that I'm playing, George Weiss, is such an integral part of this family unit. It's like Tay is the father and George is clearly the mom, and then there's a baby, that they're raising this kid, and they're presenting, realistic tensions between the two men, and and they're arguing about the things that they used to argue on Father Knows Best. It's television situations and it's family situations, and and I'm glad about that.
What's your favorite part about being on Kevin Hill, Christina?
My favorite
Kissing
part.
all the guest stars.
Kissing many boys on the show. I just love the show. I'm proud of it and I'm excited about it, and I love my cast and everyone involved. I wake up and I'm so glad to go to work. So
That's what she's glad about.
I'm glad to go to work.
Well, thanks.
What are you
for
glad
stopping
about?
by. I'm glad for being here right now with you.
How about that tuxedo?
I got this tuxedo today in downtown, $150.
You bought it or you're
I bought
renting it?
Today, $150.
$150, and it sort of fits okay. Did you obviously
It fits great. My boyfriend, he made me pick out the right tux. I was gonna get the one that made me look like a waiter.
You can take it in just a bit, right?
A little more adjusting.
A little bit.
Do I have a chance with you?
A chance of what?
I know exactly, right? No chance, really.
Yes.
Isn't that unfortunate?
Tell the truth. He does. Everybody does.
Absolutely.
Every straight woman wants to try to change a gay man. No?
Oh, I
Has she hit on you at all?
All the time.
constantly, non-stop.
Except I put out.
Well, we'll continue watching Kevin Hill. Good
Okay,
luck
thanks.
tonight.
Thanks very much.
Well, here we are at the 16th Annual GLAAD Media Awards. I met you guys at the Oscar party. Ted from Out of the Closet TV. I ran that video we did, and I'm sorry, guys, but the lesbians want to know about Honey. How are you doing, Honey?
I'm good. I'm a little warm. It's a little bit hot. Come back here, you.
I'm surprised
We're full set.
want to know about us.
First of all, I think that every lesbian needs to have like two fabulous gay men like this, because it's so important in our community that we hang together. And there's been so much segregation between gays and lesbians, and if we don't stick together within our own community, how do we expect others to accept us?
I don't think people expected that when our show came out, that they were like, how are the guys and the lesbian going to go together? But as you can see, pretty well.
We go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Not only that, I get all the power tools. They don't even know how to use them.
Real quick, what are you glad about?
I am glad about tonight. I am glad about this dress. I'm glad I'm not wearing any knickers.
There is such an event after everything over the past sort of 10 years that we go through as a community. If you look around, this is just such an astonishing achievement. It's great.
And you guys, of course, are out of the closet. And for all of us, of course, we all have our coming out story. So to come this far, to be standing on the red carpet at the GLAAD Media Awards is just, I mean, it's a dream come true. It's huge.
Well, we're glad you're here, and
you.
continued success with Queer Eye for the Straight Girl.
Thank you so much.
And I'm glad that women are wearing high heels.